Might be a little close, but as long as he doesn't have something to dump all of his mana into or pump everything up, we should be okay. And nope, I guess we'll lose. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is revolving around a partial blue-white control deck focused with trying to win with Approach of the Second Sun. Approach of the Second Sun, I think, is one of the most broken cards in the game. 7 mana, sorcery, gain 7 life, shuffle it 7th from the top, and when you cast it for the second time, you simply win the game. No other which way about it. Now, people might think it's a bit of a cheese to play this card sometimes, but I think if you're actually able to pull it off, it is so satisfying as the player. And at the end of the day, that's the reason we all play, right? To feel good, to play the game, and just to have a great time. This deck is built mainly around board wipes, 4 counter spells, no more. It's not stock full of counter spells. We've got 4 counter spells, draw spells, swift response, fading hope to bounce, Teferi, but the main powerhouse is Key to the Archives. This 4 mana artifact which taps for 2, it enters tapped, and when it does, you draft a card from its spellbook. Now, as you can see from the very first one, there is a Approach of the Second Sun, so you have a chance of hitting it here, even if you don't draw it from the deck. There is also board wipes, Time Warp. The only current way in Arena to play Time Warp, as it's been banned, is through Key to the Archives. And counter spells, demonic tutors, all sorts of goodness. And then on the top end of it, we have 2 farewells for anything artifact or enchantment heavy decks, 2 dream trawlers because it is just a magnificent card, 2 Kjora Sea Gods, again one of the best cards I think has ever been printed in the game, and 2 Magic Mirror. So these are some really good games in this video, and I hope you stick around to the end just to see exactly what shenanigans go down. Anyway, just get straight into the video. So we are going first 3 lands with the combo pieces of Teleportaion Circle and Key to the Archives. So we're going to have to keep it, right? Drop down tap lands to begin with, we do not need them. As long as we hit a 4th land, we should be sitting comfortably. Though, depending on exactly what type of deck we're going against, this could either be a very short game or a nice and fun game, let's say. So he is hard on the artifacts, so we are just going to have to definitely watch out for that. This can get pretty big pretty quickly, and unfortunately it has Ward 2, so we can't get rid of it this turn. Though, what is your game plan, my friends? Just play a bunch of artifacts, beef up your artifacts, and attack face? Yeah, it seems like that. Very nice. Oh wow, really just... I mean, a board wipe now, and this guy just concedes, right? He's just dumped out his hand. He's fully shown exactly what is going on. So... do I want to say... no. I'm going to kill a Ginger Brute now. Might seem a little strange, because I could save that to get rid of the Automaton next turn. But I am just going to be dropping Key to the Archives and hoping for a board wipe. Day of Judgment. Day of Judgment. Let's go. Okay. So I'm going to drop off Kjora Sea God here, because I'd like to keep the combo piece going, seeing as we just have it in hand. We are going to take some smacks this turn, though as long as he doesn't counter this Day of Judgment, we should be pretty comfortable. I would like him to play something else. Thank you very much. Ooh, oh. Do we lose? 10, 14... are we on 1 health? Nice. Okay, even more satisfying to win like this. Ready? Ba-bum. And now he is purely top decking, so everything is very cheap.
How you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
He has the perfect, look at that, absolutely perfect combo piece. I'll leave this in the video because, like, what was that? We are going first against the Peppy Lizard. Leyline of Annticipation in hand, draw spell, Key to the Archive combo. What can I say no to here, honestly? Okay, let's get this flowing. The guy is playing the very nice Sol Ring pet. I did consider buying this and switching up the pets, but I've been having this one since day 1 that I ever got it, so any other pet seems very strange for me. But this is definitely a cool one. Make it go supernova. Very nice. Let me know down below which avatars or pets or whatever you guys play with. Now, he is a pack rat deck, rat tribal, so board wipes are definitely going to be useful here. Hopefully we do get another mana so we can actually Doommskar. Though he is going in deep on the pack rat. Discard a card, create a copy. Unfortunately, no land, though we can at least lower some of the damage that we're going to be dealt, because I'd imagine he's going to do it. Nope, Rat Colony. There we go. Fantastic card. Into another Rat Colony. Wow, this guy is off to a miraculous start. Gonna get rid of you, save ourselves 5 life, and hopefully get a land, which I'm going to drop down as blue. Gives us the white already. Oh, I forgot I have Leyline of Anticipation. I should have waited until it was his turn and he plays more of them. That's just my own misplay. I mean, you live and learn. You live and learn. Yeah, I really wish I hadn't have done that. Now I know at least that I can just hold off because I need to read my own cards, see what I have in play. Okay. Not as crazy powerful of a turn as I thought he was going to have, though I will not complain. No attackers, drop key to the archive. Hopefully a board wipe, it would actually be nice. Thank you, game, for always listening to me. Drop off the other Leyline of Anticipation. And we can play this, which is going to untap 2 lands, which unfortunately does not give us enough for Day of Judgment. So we are just going to end turn. And hopefully he commits more to the board. Another Piper of the Swarm, very nice. You can't tap him immediately though. Pass to attackers. I was going to say, do I Swift Response this and just take the 1? But no, I think I'm just board wipe. Better safe than sorry. He might even just concede. I mean, the only things I've played is draw spells and board wipes. Do kind of feel bad for the guy, but somebody's got to win this game, right? Now is a safe time to drop Teferi, because he's a rat deck. I really don't think anything has haste. And there we go. GG. So we mulligan still into a Fading Hope and Swift Response, swapping at least the 2 Kjoras for a Key to the Archives and the Magic Mirror. Not quite sure how the shuffle works there. It does seem a little sus to mulligan and effectively end up with the same hand that you mulliganed. Not really sure what's going on there, Wizards. Let me know down below if this ever happened to you, if you notice any other strange things about how Magic the Gathering works sometimes in terms of mulligans, the hands it give you, just anything else in relation to the gameplay of just what you find a little suspicious. We just bounce this just to stop him hitting the Elvish Archmage on turn 2. Though we do have a nice board wipe in hand, which is definitely going to be useful when it comes to this Elf Ball deck. Leaf Crown Visionary, 2/2 for 2 mana for a 1/1. Other elves you can draw get +1/+1. And whenever you cast an elf, you may pay a green and draw a card, which is exceptionally powerful. Just like this, for a whole 3 mana, he gets to play a creature which comes in as a 2/2 and draw 2 cards. So I very much like where this is going. I will take the opportunity just to Swift Response it now, just to try to mitigate the card draw that he has. Unfortunately, we did not hit a 4th land on curve to drop Key to the Archives. It shouldn't be too much of a setback as long as we do manage to draw within the next turn or so. I'm going to go ahead and counter this. As I said, just to stop as much card draw as possible, because Elf decks can just go off and build up an entire board state in 1 turn, as I'm sure many of you guys are well aware from either playing it yourself or just being rolled by them. And here is another absolute disgusting powerhouse of a Elf deck, Elvish Warmaster. Thankfully, he doesn't have enough mana at the moment to pump it up incredibly so we're going to take the opportunity to drop Key to the Archives, ramp a little bit. Now the interesting case of, do I keep 2 board wipes in hand and just top deck, or I'm able to Demonic Tutor for Approach of the Second Sun. Unfortunately, as beautiful as this card is, I am going to discard it, because I do think having Farewell and the Doommskar is our way to victory here. Thankfully, we got rid of 2 draw engines, if you will. So he is going to make a bunch of elves. Thankfully, we're only going to be losing 3 this turn, and then we're definitely going to board wipe next turn. Though it seems like he might be playing smart about it, holding open 4 mana, because he feels like I am going to board wipe. Though he might not be expecting the second board wipe. Oh, who plays Broken Wings? Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying. Really, Wizards? Really? You're going to put me against the one person who's playing? I didn't even know this was a card. Okay, well, this guy's going to get a Swift Retribution right here. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Out you go. And definitely could have used that mana to at least pre-med the next Doommskar. Though we are going to have to see. Here he comes down with the Elvish Archdruid, which we are not actually going to board wipe just yet, because I want him to commit to the board much more. I mean, 3 cards in hand, almost infinite mana, not infinite mana, but a very, very large amount of mana. Very possible very quickly for this guy. 4 damage, next turn puts us down to 10. Is it worth board wiping? It's always worth board wiping against an elf deck. Okay, hopefully though, we are going to be able to draw through to Approach of the Second Sun, Teferi, Dream Trawwler, something along the lines that's actually going to propel us a bit forward in this game, rather than just making this man very upset with the board wipes. And there is the Approach of the Second Sun. Unfortunately, a mana short, though we do have it in hand for when it is needed. Collected Company. Oh wow, he's going in hard on the Destroy Artifacts or Enchantments, but that is okay. I imagine he's probably feeling a bit more confident to commit to the board now. And hopefully he does so. Vanquishes Banner. Very good card in a tribal deck, though you do not see it too often. This seems like a very appropriate time to exile artifacts, creatures, and I don't think he doesn't have any graveyard recursions, so we're not going to exile graveyards because it contributes to the lowering cost of the magic mirror. So as long as we draw into a mana now, we should be sitting quite comfortably, being able to back-to-back Approach the Second Sun, Kjora versus Sea God. Though this guy is top decking like an absolute god. Seek an elf card. Thankfully we hit the mana. And do I want to drop this now so everything comes tapped on his next turn, or gain the life and start the clock ticking? I think I'm actually going to drop the Kjora versus Sea Gods, because I want to be able to either remove this Planeswalker or just take it for myself to stop him conjuring Regal Force onto the battlefield and drawing 1,000 cards once he inevitably fills the board again. But thankfully whatever he does drop is going to get tapped, so this is just foreshadowing the end of Freyalise. As long as he doesn't have another weird destroy target artifact or enchantment card, we should be okay. I can feel the salt coming from him, just the continuous board wipes that we've managed to have. Whenever you cast an elf spell, you create an elf. So just like the Elvish, just like the, what is it called? The Elvish Warmaster. So we are going to drop that land just to make sure we have some extra spice. Get rid of Freyalise so we can stop seeking elves, and then just pass the turn. Definitely going to be stealing the Huntmaster here to just sort of slowly stop the amount of creatures he's going to be able to generate. Though we have set Approach of the Second Sun in motion. As it stands now, in what, 5-6 turns we will win. Though if we survive that long, it's going to be an entirely different matter. So what is going to be more important here? Taking away his creature generation, or taking, I think always taking this reduces the power of everything, as well as just sort of slowing him down in terms of ramp. Though we're not going for a win with through damage, so we don't need to attack. We can hold to the block because our life is getting precariously low. This is definitely going to be bounced, though I want to wait till he's casted something so he cannot recast it this turn, and he does nothing. Okay, so I could scry. That's definitely an option. Get us closer to Approach of the Second Sun, though I don't think it's strictly needed at the moment. We're just going to drop down Teleportaion Circle, just with a combo piece of Dream Trawwler, basically giving a Vigilance, or with Key to the Archives, so that we can continuously bounce the card and get fresh cards in our hand, hopefully. And it has happened many times. You drop it, it gives you Approach of the Second Sun. You bounce it, and it gives you Approach of the Second Sun. Very satisfying to win that way. He's hitting us with the second Collected Company, which is this guy. I mean, this guy's been top decking like an absolute chief, so there is can't be any complaints from his side, even though we have wiped the board 3 times now. Though this turn I think will be pivotal We have 5 cards until the 5th is Approach of the Second Sun. So we can scry one away. Let's just see what he casts, what he has in mind. So the options being now, I think we do it in this way. We let him resolve it, everything's going to get more powerful, he's going to feel inclined to attack, to which we bounce the Elvish Archdruid and manage to take out some of his creatures, or not at all. If mana value is 3 or less, I will take the opportunity now just to return him to his hand, so he doesn't have the mana untapped next turn. And we get Teferi. I'm actually going to keep Teferi on top. It is a good... I always think Planeswalkers are a good distraction from combat. Like, if they should be realistically bopping you in the face, they often go after Planeswalkers because they feel it's more important. Oftentimes it is, but this is going to be very helpful in drawing through to Approach of the Second Sun. Because as it stands, we are on a clock to win the game. We're not trying to prolong it. We're not trying to get in with damage. We are just trying to win. Now, I don't quite understand why I wasn't able to play this on my second main phase. I did have 3 blue mana open. Rather strange, though I guess it is what it is sometimes, but there's probably some weird ruling I'm not understanding, right? He's definitely looking at Teleportaion Circle, just thinking, what is going on here? Though we need to survive 2 more turns, I believe. Which I hope we can. He can definitely get rid of Teferi if he attacks all in, though he will lose some key pieces, so I'd probably... Or is this just game? For 3? For 3? Is he getting the War Master? That would make sense. Though we could have held that till next turn and done it for over 10 and just definitely wiped the board like that. He wants to turn everything into dinosaurs or stop me countering. So he wants somewhere to dump his mana. The smart play would be probably to bounce this, and I definitely think that's what I'm going to do. Stop him being able to just pump them all, make them all into 5/5s. Drop down the Magic Mirror, and as long as we survive a singular turn, as long as we survive this turn, we are going to win. Because Magic Mirror is going to draw us an extra card, and then we're going to draw Approach of the Second Sun as our card for turn. This might be a little close, but as long as he doesn't have something to dump all of his mana into or pump everything up, we should be okay, and nope, I guess we'll lose. Nice. This would be the perfect time for Settle the Wreckage, though, I mean, you can't really do much against double Finale of Devastation into Crater Hoof Behemoth, can you? Yeah, I mean, I'll just hit him with a good game. I'm not even going to bother blocking. Elf deck's doing elf things. I guess it is what it is. And I'll catch you guys in the next game. Subscribe to make this a little bit easier on me. 189 damage in a turn. Like, really? Really, wizards? Elves? Finally get a halfway decent looking hand. We're going to insta-keep this. Something to bounce, something to draw, something to counter. And a nice top end that can hopefully get a bit cheaper and draw us through to a lot more. Did you A? Are you going to play A? Alright, so we're going to drop this down. Tapped at the moment. I don't think we're going to need to bounce something on turn 1. Very much right. So in the situations where I have both Frantic Inventory or the possibility to foretell I saw it coming, I always like to just Frantic Inventory. It gets you through card draw a little bit faster and you can hold open the counters for next turn. Anyway, which is exactly what we're going to be doing now, because I feel like he's the enchantment ramp fast thing playing the... There's the 2 cards, the two mana white cards that just allow you to draw whenever you play an enchantment, artifact, anything like that. I am definitely not going to counter a Hunted Witness. Ooh, a bit of an odd card. Though, yep, I am actually not going to bounce anything to scry. Now we face the decision of Key to the Archives or hold open counter spells for what I think is inevitably on its way. Key to the Archives, you got to get ahead somehow in the game. I'm going to drop this down, brings us slightly closer to the Magic Mirror, and a double Approach of the Second Sun. Okay, so we don't need the Magic Mirror anymore, that can go peace. And as soon as we hit a land, it's just Approach of the Second Sun, Approach of the Second Sun, GG, thank you Wizards of the Coast for printing a card that says you just win right on the card. Some people find them kind of cheesy or cheap or anything like that, but definitely not me. I mean, I do I do play them. I can definitely understand the frustration to it, and how just having a card that says you win can be kind of annoying, but come on, it's so satisfying. When you're the one doing it, it's so satisfying. There's no complaint about that. So I'm not going to board wipe now because this is just going to replace itself. I don't really see the point. So we are just going to do absolutely nothing. Hold open counter. Fading Hope definitely to find this land, which we really do need to start getting the Second Sun train going. Doom Foretold, of course, is going to get countered. I ain't about getting rid of Key to the Archives. Come on, man. I'm going to protect that at all costs, right? He is just reevaluating his life decision. My dog at the moment begging for attention. Come on, Hendrix. Come on. No, I'm trying to record, please. Okay. And he's going to pass to attackers. He doesn't have any white mana open left anyway, so I'm going to bounce this. Be able to scry through, hopefully, to a land, and then give the dog some attention. Okay, scry that away. And he doesn't even see Approach to the Second Sun. He just sees blue. I play one counter. I'd get if I had countered a million things, but what did I play? One counter and a bounce and an artifact, and this dude just gives up. Did you really stick through it? No, you did not. Sadly, we don't get the Approach to the Second Sun win.
Heartbroken.